Alright, moving on to part 4, where we examine exploit artifact. In this part, we'll examine some of the document that we have exported just now from Wireshark. So we want to open this file using our text editor. So let's go to home and find this file, remodeling your kitchen. This is the one. So I'm going to open it with gedit. Alright, so can you find the two places in the web page that are part of the drive-by attack that started the exploit? So hint given here is to look at the head, and the second one is in the body. So let's look at the head here. So we have okay, profile, equivalent, this is the title, home improvement, alright, so this is the part where the JavaScript is taken from the RetroTip server. So this is the part where we have the JavaScript. So let's look at the content that we have here. So this is one of the two parts that is malicious. And let's look at the second part. Okay, alright, so we find the second part where there is this iframe that was actually loaded. So it goes to tyubandme.com, and this is basically the malware that is loaded using this iframe method. So those are the two locations where we can find the exploit started. Okay, let's look at B. Open the dlejs.js. So we want to have a look at this file that was downloaded just now. This file, dlejs.js. Let's have a look at that one. So that file is here. I'm going to open it with my gedit again. Okay, so what does this file do? This command will write this into the HTML that is loaded just now. So what it will do is actually just go and get this iframe here. So this is getting the data from tyubandme.com as well. So this is the thing that will be loaded. So it's quite long. Okay, next, how does the code in the JavaScript file attempt to avoid detection? So we see here in this part, the iframe is written a little bit differently so that it will confuse whatever mechanism that we have to detect. If we only base on the keywords iframe, now it probably won't catch it. So that's one way that it used to avoid detection. Right, in text editor, see, open text HTML file that was saved to your home folder with Vivaldi as part of the file name. Okay, let's open that file. Vivaldi, okay, this one. What kind of file is this? This is an HTML file. Okay. This is an HTML file. What are some interesting things about the iframe? Does it call anything? So this is the part iframe. It calls this function start. So it's and one more thing that we might notice here is that it makes itself hidden. Hidden, and it calls sorry, it calls the function start. Calls right. So what does start function do? So let's have a look at the start function. Right, the start function will write to the browser window. It will create an HTML form and submit it to normal URL. So normal URL is, let's look at normal URL. Normal URL is actually the malicious server that it has there. Right, that's what it does. So this get browser function actually will get the information about the browser that we are using, the type of browser that we are using. All right. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so reflection exploit kits are fairly complex exploit that use a variety of methods and resources to carry out attacks. Interestingly, EKS exploit kit may be used to deliver diverse malware payloads. This is because the EK developer may offer the exploit kit as a service to other threat actors. Therefore, RigEK has been associated with a number of different malware payloads. For the following question, may require you to investigate the data further using the tools that were introduced in this lab. So the EK use a number of websites, completes the table below. So from our investigation, we find that some other URL that were involved were www.homeimprovement.com, and the IP was 104.28.18.74. So it uses iframe to redirect to malicious website. And then we have retrotip.vision urbana. The IP was 139.59.160.143, and this one, it execute malicious JavaScript. And then we have tyubanme.com that has this IP address of 194.87.234.129, and this one actually delivers malicious Adobe Flash file, so SWF file, and exploit malicious and exploit landing page. Then we also identify a malicious address as well, but it doesn't have, we can't find the URL for it, so it's not 90.2.10.0, sorry, .10.0, which is the server ransomware checking server. And lastly, this weird domain name p27dokh.top that has the IP address of 198.105.151.50. This is actually the server ransomware page. All right. So it's useful to tell the story of an exploit to understand what happened and how it works. Start with the user searching the internet, Bing, search the web for more information on the rig exploit kit to help. Alright, so each time you click on a link, there is a possibility that that link is already compromised and by a threat actor. So it could be executing a JavaScript that will download malicious code, such as the Adobe Flash code, and the Flash code itself execute and download other malware, and after the malware is installed, it checks with the command and control server, the server where the attackers are controlling. So these are the servers that your machine will be talking to, will be sending out data, and they will get all the data that you want from the compromised machines. And that is all that we have for today. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.